Hi, Libra. I feel like I'm warmed up. I feel like I'm warmed up now. I'm in the middle. We're in the middle, right? How have you been? How have we been? You know I'm a double Libra. Ooh, I guess we've been good, honey. Let me leave that right on out. Okay. Let me leave that right on out too. All right, control yourself, Libra. Hold your horses. Hold your horses, Libra. Hold them. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Whew, ciao. Let's do opportunity knocks. You know, victory is on the horizon and in the future with this Ace of Pentacles and this Chariot card. Please. And thank you. They're called the magic words. If animals could talk, you'd hear the fishes and the birds saying please and thank you. 'Cause they're the magic words. Use them in the morning and the noon and night because it's a great way to be polite. Please and thank you. They're the magic words. Do you remember that? Everything I want, I have. Queen of Cups. Two of Swords. Two of Wands. Okay. So what we're dealing with here is some decisions, some choices that you have to make, right? That we have to make. We've got the Ace of Pentacles here, which is a new reality. Something is starting to come into form for us. And something is starting to come into form for us that we can really see pushing us towards a victory that is in our future and on the horizon. We're going to be undergoing a learning process because this is what you, how you can use what you know as a tool. Using your knowledge as a tool to help get you forward and help evolve, right? You, right? That's what we're thinking. We're thinking of black and white, light and shadow, bringing balance to a situation, or we're actually like feeling steady enough and we're feeling balanced enough to now get moving, right? And that's what this chariot is talking about. Bam, bam, I've got the vehicle, now I'm moving with it. The Two of Swords is like, which direction do I want to go with this? You know, how do I feel about this relationship, or how do I feel about this connection? The moon talks about timing, right? The moon talks about timing, phases, evolution, and seasonal energy, perhaps, right? So we're growing and we're changing through relationships. And we're growing and we're changing through relationships that create certain opportunities for us to carve out our own path or to go in a new direction from that relationship. You know, this is also not fearing having to make your own choices and having to make your own decisions, and not fearing going the road or going the course alone, because the moon is definitely a loner, right? So some of us could also even be accepting the fact that we are single now, that we are able to go in whichever direction we so choose because we don't have any emotional attachments to any of our partnerships in that kind of way, if you know what I mean. Okay? And then this is also saying, like, you choose your own path, right? You've got some important decisions to make. I feel like, you know, you're poised and you're ready. Just kind of like weigh out the best options. Take your time, you know, be very thoughtful in the process. You know, whatever it is that you're thinking of doing or initiating, right? This could be like weighing out whether or not you want to initiate some relationship in some kind of way. It could be with a water sign, right? We've got the Queen of Cups being here. Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. It's the mother energy. It's the fourth house. And it's also kind of like getting a sense of how something is going to feel, you know, with the Queen of Cups being here. She's double water as well. So she, her sense is accurate, perhaps, or maybe she's trying to get an accurate sense of what the temperature is here. Like, how am I feeling about this decision or this choice or this relationship? What opportunities can I create for myself, or what opportunities can I create with this relationship? Just because the Two of Wands is here, and this is kind of like making bold plans with someone, or it could also be like taking a risk and doing something that you've never done before, perhaps. The Two of Wands is related to the High Priestess, which is saying like there's something that you haven't seen before that might be revealed to you. It's related to the Judgment card as well, which is talking about the idea of potential and where potential can take you, that type of thing. And this is also finding power in your abilities to create, right? Let's go ahead and look at what the other cards are. Prince of Swords, which is Gemini, Knight of Swords, the Hanged Man energy. Okay, all right, so now we got a different narrative going on here. So we have the Hanged Man, which is Neptune, and that's Pisces, right? And it's a 3, so it's talking about, you know, growth, and also restriction too, in a way, and healing. Okay, but then we have the Prince of Swords here, which is Gemini energy, 1/3 of it being Taurus. And then we have the Nine of Swords. All right, so the Hanged Man is talking about where we feel as though we may have been taken advantage of, or where we feel as though we are in an environment that makes us feel vulnerable. Because the Hanged Man is definitely, you know, in a compromising situation that makes it feel vulnerable, right? That's coming from the recent past there. And it also is a 3, right? So we're talking about waiting. We're talking about waiting in anticipation for us to not feel like this. We've been waiting to not feel vulnerable like this anymore. We're tired of it, perhaps. The Hanged Man is also talking about travel, or a need to get out, or a need to escape some kind of situation. It could be with any planet that is Neptune oriented, you know, with a Sag or with a Pisces, definitely. It could also even be a Venus related planet, which could be Pisces or Libra or Taurus. So it's like a sense of discomfort that comes from the understanding or learning that, you know, you'll just continue to be taken advantage of if you don't try to take yourself out of the environment that makes you feel vulnerable and victimized, right? Don't make the same mistakes, and don't fall for the same thing over and over again. That's what the Hanged Man talks about, not falling for the same thing over and over again, getting duped. Okay, and then the Prince of Swords is here coming in talking about, no, I'm cutting it, I'm detaching from it, I'm moving quickly, I'm about to shut it down right here, right now. With the Prince of Swords, it's detaching from it, it's cutting from it as well, right? This Nine of Swords is here. Now we got to clarify what these cards are on this side, just because it's like the Nine of Swords coming in after the Prince of Swords. Maybe that's what's happening after you, Libra, us, right? This Prince of Swords energy comes in and chops it down, right? Because look, it's so crazy. I live. Wait. So, right, look, this person is like, oh my God, what's happening? Bam, I'm coming in with this sword, honey. Cha-chow, I'm gonna cut you down, right? Now you're in passe. So yeah, the Prince of Swords, you're coming in and you might be rescuing yourself. You might be saving yourself. You're coming to your own rescue. And you know, what you leave behind, right, with the Nine of Swords is bringing you a little bit of distress and a little bit of worry, but it's kind of like you really just have to focus on what it is that you need, right? And don't think about what it is that other people might need that they're actually not asking for. Why are you searching? Right? Don't make someone else's problem your problem. Don't do it. Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have Venus in your first house. One more time. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles, which already came up, right? Good. Here we go. I'm doing it one more time for Libra. And then we're going to cut it in the 3 stack. And we're going to, yeah, definitely time to leave something behind. You know, with this this 8 of Cups being here. So it's like it's time to leave something behind that you once valued or something that you once cherished, that type of thing, right? Strength card, having the strength to leave it behind, because this is an 8 and the strength card rules the 8. The strength to leave something behind, not to push, right? Not to fight, right? And this is also kind of like I said, showing compassion where it's needed, you know. It's like I can love you from afar type of energy right here. Okay. And then this one already came up. The 2 of Wands, right? Dignity, right? Carrying yourself with dignity and pride for sure. Especially with this, right? It's like you leaving with dignity, you having your dignity, that type of thing. Okay. So don't feel like this with this 9 of Swords energy. You see what I mean? Right? You got the 2 of Wands on this side and you got it again here. So it's being emphasized, you know, go with your gut and go with your instinct, and also, you know, be willing to take a risk, you know what I mean? And sometimes you have to leave certain things behind because they serve their purpose at that time in your life. And, you know, moving forward in the future, you're doing something new, you're doing something different. Okay, 10 of Cups, work, the Sun card, right. So, you know, leave behind the drama, the old ideas, right? Like, because this is kind of like the images in your brain, right? The stuff that you know that you can't not forget, that you always go over, right? That type of thing. Flashbacks, playing stuff over in your head, reliving some of the imagery, right? It happens, honey. You're like, ooh, I play it back, yeah. This is also having things come up in your head and imagining things for those of you that do that, right? Because I can't really help it. I have Pluto in my first house too. So it's always making me imagine or see the things that I don't necessarily really want to see, right? But then we have the Sun here, which is great, clarifying the reading. And we have the 10 of Cups here, which is also coming in, clarifying the reading. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, which is saying just be patient with, you know, with everything that you're trying to achieve, right? Be patient with yourself and be patient with the process, because there's something that Saturn will reward you with if you definitely let it grow and flourish into what it was meant to be, right? The 7s are like how you're relating to it. Don't get, you know, this is a time for you to achieve something, do something, be something, right? And don't rush into a relationship either. You know, and if you do get into one or something happens where you meet somebody, don't rush into that either. Take your time, right? Let it become what it has the potential to become at its greatest, you know? All right, so and that's over time. So it's, yes, evolution, learning lesson, life. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment on the video if you like. Hit the notification bell, subscribe button, follow me on Instagram, like the video if you're there. And if you want to get a personal reading, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com.